Hey, what's going on, everybody? This video, we're talking about Sorare NBA Game Week 36. If you didn't check out my last video on Top Shot, check that one out. They're doing some pretty cool burn and leaderboard challenges. Actually, on Top Shot, I burned 22 moments, I think, that were worth like $2 to $4. Got a run and backpack, which had insane chances to hit. Some pretty crazy moments here and crazy prices, like this LeBron 274. Looking at that one on Evaluate, we had two sales at 208 and one at 275 because of that pack drop. Probably people flipped it, but before, I mean, you could see even earlier in February, this one was 400 something bucks. So some crazy stuff you could have got in that pack. So definitely check that video out if you're in a Top Shot. For this one, we're talking about Sorare mostly. So let's just get right into some value plays here, and then we're going to go over some of the lineup builds as well. So not too much value on the slate because we've had 9 days off or something from NBA games, but there is some high price players at some good value, but no like injury value. If you're looking for that, I'll post it on my Twitter, which will be linked down below at Best Dunks, that you could follow, that I'll tweet out closer to game time if there's more injury news. But for this one, let's actually start with some of the most expensive guys that still are making some good value. Obviously, Luka is going to be 300 bucks, but his cap's just 49. I don't know how it got that low, but 66, 54. Are they counting the All-Star game score as part of his score? I guess. So we could see some lower scores on some All-Stars here because of that. And then another guy, Anthony Davis, wasn't in the All-Star game, but his cap's just 45. Davis, fully healthy now, hopefully hit a 58 last game, so still some pretty big value for playing a guy like Davis. Devin Booker, I don't know where I was going with that. 31 cap, pretty low as well. And Booker, I mean, once he gets fully ramped up, you can see his minutes, 29-26. Did play 34, but, I mean, hit a 45 in 29 minutes. So Booker's a really good value right now. And Jordan Poole's still a good value while Curry's out at least another week. His cap is at 31 also. Has hit, 50s in his last 5 games. Rudy Gobert, seems like his cap just keeps going down. He's only 14 bucks, but hit a 47 last game. So Gobert at 31 is still some pretty good value. You also got Jeremy Grant coming back. They're not going to have Anthony Simons, Nurkic still. So Jeremy Grant at a 28 cap. Earlier in the year, he was hitting some pretty insane scores. And then Podol had a breakout game with the Raptors. His cap is just 28, but hit is 61 in one of his first few games with the Raptors. So that was a massive score, and his cap is less than half of that. So that's some great value. All right, so now for, I guess, some lower cap guys. We've kind of been going down the list of higher cap down, but still all good value. Chris Middleton here at 26. Been just waiting for his minutes to get bumped up. Maybe they are now. See his last 2 games, 24 minutes, but he's had, another week to get back into shape to get some more minutes here. Hopefully we'll see play more than 30 minutes, especially if Giannis is going to miss a game or 2. Middleton would be a great play here at a 26 cap. Then actually some guys I like are the new Blazers here, like with the injuries I mentioned. And also Winslow is still out. Matisse Thybulle, 15 cap, hit a 38. Huge score there. Also Cam Reddish, and his cap is 16, but he's been getting good amount of playing time as well. Hit a 28 in 32 minutes. And then a guy that we've been playing a lot, talking a lot about, Mark Williams. His cap's still just 22, hit a 35 and a 31. So he's pretty consistently going to hit above that cap, so makes some good value. And James Wiseman as well in his first game with Detroit. Oh, you can get a Detroit Wiseman jersey Photoshop probably, I guess. I guess he only got 17 Sorare points, but he did get 11 points, 5 rebounds, and I guess had no other stats But in 23 minutes, pretty good sign for a low cap. He should be able to get you above 20. So I like Wiseman as well. So I just rattled through a ton of value here. Again, if you want more with injury news, follow me on Twitter. Now let's go build some lineups. So we're going to start with the common champion here. Like I said, Giannis might miss and LeBron might miss some games. So going to try to avoid those guys. Going to go with Luka at that low cap and Anthony Davis at that low cap for their respective talents. And then we're going to go search for some value. So Mark Williams, you could go to Eubanks at just a 21 cap as well, or a guy like Jalen Williams who hit a 33 and a 41. That's some good value as well. And now we got one guy left, and I'm considering some other guys here because there are a lot of guys on back-to-backs. So you could go to like DeAndre Jordan, hoping that Jokic sits out one of the back-to-backs. Or we go to Moody with 3 games at an 8 cap, hoping some of those guys sit out. So there are some other routes to go that are a little riskier. But let's look who we can fit in here. We could go to Rudy Gobert. I kind of like that one. Or Brandon Ingram, who I forgot to talk about, but hitting, 45, 41 pretty consistently, going to get you 40 every week at this cap. But Gobert might have a higher upside. So I might go Gobert here. All right, then let's build some limited lineups. So let's go the limited contender. Going to put Jaren Jackson in there. I mean, he just had a 66-point game. And you can see in his last 10, a 58 to 50. So he can just have huge games. So I like to use Jaren Jackson here, and still a pretty good cap at 40 because, he'll hit 66 and then he'll hit a 36, 27, then a 50. So it kind of keeps his cap in check. And then I want to get to Dort here with 3 games who can hit some big scores as well. And then for some value, actually one guy I didn't mention is Josh Christopher. With no Jalen Green or Kevin Porter, he should be getting some more burn. And then I kind of want to just go to DeAndre Jordan here because I like to take risks with my limited lineups. Actually, all my lineups for the most part. And we're just going to hope that Jordan can start for Jokic one game. So then we got 20, and I'll go to Dwight Powell here. He's had some big games. He's starting center for the Mavericks, so I like to take chances on him when he's below 20. So that'll be my lineup there. Then let's actually build a underdog lineup because I think these are pretty fun. So with the underdog, I think I want to get to a Okongwu just because he can randomly have big games. Try to get to Kuminga and McGowan's, Moses Moody, hoping that some of these guys will sit out. And then that only leaves me with 1 actually, so I can't get to that. So I might take out Kuminga and see that leaves us with a 9 on average. Get to Malachi Flynn and then Rashawn Holmes. So that's a pretty good, decent lineup, I think, for underdog, assuming that we get some guys resting onto back-to-backs. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Good luck in game week 36. And if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the others on the channel. And I'll be making another one of these for the next game week. And I'll catch you in the next one.